Palestine.
Croatia.
Senegal.
El Salvador.
Philippines.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Morocco.
From Palestine.
From Bolivia.
Sierra Leone.
Guatemala. Egypt.
From El Salvador.
Most of the schools inside the Beltway, the Stuarts, the Wakefields, Washington Lees, we're kind of multicultural. The kids on our team are from so many different places. We don't even count anymore. You know, we've got kids from every Asian country, every African country, all up and down North and South America. It's amazing. It's amazing to get along. Their home lives, it's a strange mix here because we have a bunch of kids who are middle-class kids. Both parents work and they have a pretty comfortable lifestyle. The flip side of that is we have kids that grown up in apartment buildings, you know, with maybe just one parent there and actually have to work each day. Probably 15, 20 kids on the team that have a job during football season. They go to practice and they go to work. They're the principal breadwinners in a lot of the families. It's a tough life. They're tough kids. I think it's important for them to learn football because it's like life, and especially in our situation, nothing is impossible. You can be successful anywhere, and if our kids can be successful here, then they can be successful when they leave here, and that's the real bottom line. We're not in the business of producing pro athletes. We're producing responsible members of society. The kids are going to go out there and feel the responsibility. Okay, I have to get up and go to work every day. That's the biggest thing I think they learn. I heard a quote somewhere that football is the best taught subject in American schools. And I think it's true because what we do is we work at keeping it simple. So we give a lot of thought to what we do and how we do it and how we approach it. So each individual kid may have one job. He's a nose guard. He is going to slam it to the center every play, and he's going to play the A-gap. That's his job. Once he accomplishes that job, then everything else he does in the field is a bonus. Oh, it's the best thing in the world. Just to see them, the kind of like the joy it brings to the face, but also kind of like the hey coach, you were right. It kind of gives them a lot of faith in me and the rest of the coaches that we're telling them to do the right things. And so if I feel if we can do the right things on the football field, then we'll do the right things off the football field and they'll be successful.